Hello there friends, and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, hi, hello, and welcome. I'm Dardi.b, and this is my channel in Cypher, which is a place where I dedicate my psychic abilities to help you receive deeper insights, understandings, and growth along your journey in becoming the best version of yourself. By clicking on this video, you can be sure that there are important messages within this reading specifically for you to uncover that will help you along your current life's journey. Always remember to take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't, as this is a general reading for the collective. So this video is not time sensitive, and what that means is that the messages within this video will enter into your awareness when you attract them in, which can be dictated by things like your vibration, your higher self, and your spirit guides. I'm so excited to get started with this reading today. So today I'll be reading into messages, channeled messages that your higher self is wanting and needing you to hear now, okay? So if you enjoy my style on this channel, then please click on that subscribe button below. Stay in the loop. I post videos every single week. Now, if you know how pick a card readings work, then feel free to jump into the timestamps below. If you're new to them though, I'll give you a quick rundown of how they work. So we have piles 1, piles 2, and piles 3 to choose from. All right, so you can pause the video if you want some more time to choose. Simply say in your head or out loud which pile is meant for me and wait and see what comes in for you. You may also be energetically drawn to one or more piles right off the bat, and if that's the case, definitely follow your intuition because it's calling out to you, honey, so get to following it. So watch as many piles as you feel called to, because there could be relevant messages for you in more than one pile. Now today, just to help you out a little bit further, I am going to be taking my little gypsy deck here, my favorite little gypsy deck, and I'm just going to be placing a card on each pile, and this will just add a bit of imagery as well as a word that might help you to be energetically drawn to a pile. Okay, so I'm just going to give these a quick little shuffle. I have already shuffled them, but I'll give them a quick little shuffle. See which one we get for pile 1. So on pile 1, we've got the room card, and I'll just show you up close. So this is pile 1. Pile 2 is fortune. Pile 3 is letter. All right, so probably zoom in a little bit so you can see those images there. Another way that I have actually been choosing piles myself, because I do watch other YouTubers on here and I love it, is actually looking at the numbers that are corresponding to the timestamps. And sometimes you can have a favorite number show up, or a number that you've been seeing lately, your birthday, all that kind of thing. So if you are more attuned to numbers, that's another way that you can pick a pile that is meant for you. All right, my lovelies, let's get into it, and I will see you in your reading. Bye. All right, my pile ones, welcome. So if you picked pile 1, this will be your reading. You picked the room card. So I'm just gonna put this up here. Alrighty. And we'll get stuck into it. All right, guys, so first up, what we have is Ace of Cups in reverse. We've got 7 of Cups in reverse. A lot of cups energy there. Also have the Sun in reverse. Okay. And lastly, the Fool. I honestly love this deck so much. Okay, so, all right. Let me just get this all sorted. Okay, so what I'm feeling from this Ace of Cups in reverse, I feel like there's some element with your life, obviously to do with emotions, because remember the cups are all about emotions. So there's a real emotional focus here in this reading. There's an element of not wanting to express yourself to the outside world, to others around you, friends, family, people, even people you don't know. There's this element of blockage within your emotional self. Your higher self is essentially telling you to be careful, because there is an element of blockage within you regarding your emotional self. Okay, so maybe you have been feeling a certain way for a while, okay, and you've been pushing it down, not wanting to actually share it or share how you're feeling with others. If you're not ready to share your emotions, that is completely okay. Only you can feel ready or comfortable to share those deeper feelings. Your higher self is saying, though, that you do need to share these emotions at least with self. Okay, you at least need to be honest about how you're feeling to yourself, because that will even start to unblock this blockage within your emotional self. Okay, so release them privately, do some journaling, do some meditation, even do some creative projects, just to even incorporate your emotional self into some painting, some drawing, some creative writing. Really express those deeper feelings through creative stories, because that can be such a positive and creative, fun way to express those things that are deeper within. Even some active movement, okay, some dancing I'm hearing, or even just scream your anger out into a pillow. Seriously, if it's anger that you're repressing because you feel like, oh, like I shouldn't be angry, I should be positive. There's this pressure to be positive all the time. And while that is a beautiful sentiment, it's actually not all that realistic. So actually removing the pressure from yourself in feeling like you have to be happy to attract everything, you are going to attract everything within your vibration. And emotions absolutely do have some part to play, but where you have to look at this point is what is creating this suppressing a feeling, or where's that feeling, what's causing that actual feeling. Because if it's a person in your life, then maybe you need to sort that out, is what I'm hearing. You know, if it's a job, maybe it's time to leave. If it's someone at work, then maybe it's about active communication. You've really got to sort out the ways that you can eradicate this emotional upset from your life. It's a lot easier said than done, I do understand, but even if you just start journaling, painting, writing, whatever it is that you feel like doing, or even just sitting and talking to the air, literally just talk to yourself, scream it out, yell into the pillow, go for a drive and yell somewhere, or cry, whatever emotion this is that you're suppressing. Let yourself feel it, because to be human, part of the human experience is feeling everything and working through it all anyway. So with this 7 of Cups in reverse, I'm sensing some feelings of being overwhelmed with a certain situation. Now, this could actually be overwhelmed by a certain choice, or by perhaps a certain decision that you're needing to make, or there's just a lot of potential options for you that is causing you to feel really overwhelmed, or you kind of know what you have to do at this stage, you know, with working out what's causing the negative feelings, and that's leading you into a place of feeling overwhelmed, because you're like, oh, if I have to face this thing, then I've got to face that thing, and I've got to deal with that thing, and then if we leave, then we got to sort this out. Sorry, if we leave, I mean if a relationship was to end. So I feel like there's all these reasons. There's like 7 reasons that's causing you to sort of stay in this stage, or to suppress what's coming up for you, because the way forward is looking too overwhelming. Now, jumping into this Sun reversed is presenting a struggle. So there are some struggles that are essentially coming from this suppressing or avoiding of making a choice, or avoiding feelings, avoiding looking at what's going on within. Okay, so it's causing this other struggle that's affecting you on a much bigger scale of your life, and it's causing you to struggle to see the bright side in life. Your higher self is saying you have faced some setbacks, okay? There have been some kind of setbacks in your past. There's a lack of optimism here. You're scared that once you make the choice, it's either going to be the wrong choice, or you're scared that you will be left alone. But this blockage that's being caused in this situation is so necessary to work out. There's literally no avoiding it. So step up to the plate, take it easy, but work on that journaling, really connecting with what's going on rather than having these emotions kind of flood your body and pop up when you least expect them. Find out why they may be happening and do this with an open mind, an open heart. The first reason that you find of it may not be the reason that it's happening. Explore it further to really uncover what is going on at the core of you and the situation. There's this element as well. For me, the sun really calls to you, your inner child. Okay, so your higher self, your inner child, you've kind of got these two forces within you that is one's from the past and one's the future. And they're both sort of saying, you need a lot more fun in your life. You need to be sillier. You need to have a little bit more carefree energy. Okay, there's this element of getting a little bit caught up in life. And because you've been caught up in getting everything perfect or trying to do everything right, you've lost out on that really playful, spontaneous, vibrant energy that you maybe had once upon a time. Now, moving into the Fool here, the Fool is just all about entering a really new and open, receptive state of being, okay? So I really honestly feel like your higher self is wanting to communicate about what's happening here, but also wants to let you know that once you do this, it's going to be an amazingly vibrant, new state of being. You're going to have a new journey happening before you, okay? And it's nothing to be scared about because you are protected by your spiritual team, by your higher self. Your guiding force within will not let anything bad happen to you. It's a positive new beginning that it's saying here, okay? So you'll be feeling a lot of fresh hope, a lot of fresh enthusiasm. It's such fresh, exciting, pioneer kind of energy, okay? You're ready to just jump out and go find a new place to be, a new place to exist, a new way of existing. Your higher self is saying that you are closing out this cycle, okay? Now, these cards can also suggest that this energy is moving outward. So you will be achieving this. So step into it with being completely ready as you can be. And you don't have to share this with anyone you don't want to, is also what I'm hearing from your higher self. But there is going to be this element of bliss coming in, okay? Once you actually step up and handle this, there's nothing but bliss. This card is also saying introduce more fun, more playfulness into the everyday. Introduce this vibrant energy every day. Wake up like every day is a brand new journey to go on. And be thankful that you get to have this journey to move forward with, okay? Be grateful for everything that you have now because it's really going to open a lot more doors for you. You will become more comfortable with accepting and acknowledging where you have room for growth, okay? And I feel like the room for growth is quite heavily needed in your emotional self. And once you do this, it's going to set you up on a whole new journey, a whole new exciting journey. I'm so excited for you. Amazing. Okay, so we are going to jump into some more cards here. So we're going to do the Angels of Atlantis cards, all right? So first up, we've got Sandalphon, Evolution. we'll just do one card at a time, okay? Because I'm already getting messages. So Sandalphon is known as the sacred guardian. So in the evolution card, okay, what I'm feeling is that this is actually a really light-filled time in your life. And it's really important, like I said before, to take a moment to really appreciate your situation and how far you've actually come, okay? You are evolving, whether it feels like it or not. You are evolving in leaps and bounds, okay? Just fill your heart with a little bit more gratitude is what I'm hearing from your higher self, okay? If you feel a little blocked in your ability right now, don't worry, because this will be worked out very soon is what I'm hearing from your higher self. You might feel like there's a really long journey ahead of you, but this is actually saying that you're almost there. You're almost at this energy of being able to take on whatever you want to take on. You're so close now, okay? And in the next card that we have, we've got Jovial, meditation, okay? Put this here. The leaf just wants to hang out. So I'm just going to let him, I'm just going to let him. Welcome, little flower. Maybe I'll move these guys a little closer. Just bear with me. Okay, it's a bit better. All right. So Jovial, he is the archangel known as the Holy Liberator, okay? And he is, or she, I think it might be a feminine energy, my apologies. But she is responsible for all the beautiful aspects of life, okay? She's responsible for the beauty that creates calmness, peace, and pleasure. And essentially, she helps you feel more beautiful in your skin and is all about love, acceptance, all that kind of thing, and actually being able to see the beauty all around you. So she's definitely coming in now, because I feel like with these cards, you're sort of needing a bit of a pump up. You're needing a bit of a pump up. Thanks, Spirit. Makes total sense. But it does, doesn't it? You're needing a bit of a emotional boost. And with the meditation card, it sort of says that stillness in detachment can really lead you to more angelic experiences, more angelic energies, okay? Stillness and detachment. And that's why and that's what essentially meditation is all about. It's about detaching from outcomes, detaching from these emotions, detaching from the things that are really causing you negativity, stress, upset, okay? And it will actually help you to invite in more clarity when you create that space within yourself. Because when you're having emotional upsets, it can also then feed into the mental state. I don't have any mental cards popping up here, but I feel like it will feed into the mental space. If you are someone that doesn't meditate very often, I would say now is a great time to start that journey. Because even just including it regularly, it doesn't have to be every day, but maybe 3 days a week, you do a 5-minute meditation, or you do a guided meditation on YouTube, okay? And that can really help you to make a bit of space between this situation and can help you detach from outcomes that you're really stressing about to invite in new clarity, inviting in new inspiration for how to deal with these things, okay? I feel like meditation will really help you push forward and evolve and really jump to those places that you're wanting to get to if you just allow in a little bit more space within yourself, within the self, okay? And this meditation actually allows you to, allows spirit to reach out to you a little bit more. Or by meditating more, you create that space where spirit you can actually hear spirit more. Source energy is always around you and with you and protecting you and loving you. You just have to get to this point where you can actually recognize it. And with a more of a quiet mind, that guidance will come through and this will all resolve itself and you will get to this point before you know it. Now, I am just jumping into some more cards that I have here for you. These are, a lot came out for you actually in these cards. I was only going to do about 3, but like 5 came out for you. So we're going to see how these go. All right. So first up, we've got confidence is your key to success with the new moon in Leo. We've got a time to give rather than take with the new moon in Virgo. We've got step out of your comfort zone. The North Node. I love that it's come out over the full. All right. Then we've also got show the world the real you with full moon in Aquarius. And we've got the fixed moon, hold your vision. Okay, lots going on here. All right, I want to start with this full moon in Aquarius. Show the world the real you. Your higher self is saying embrace your unique qualities that really make you you, because they make you special, and show the world the authentic you. So I feel like this is where this energy is really important, because this issue that's really popping up for you is actually not your authentic self. You're hiding your authentic self. You're hiding your authentic emotion because you're scared of what other people will think, or you're trying to make other people feel more comfortable. And this card, your higher self is like, just let it out, honey. Just let it out, because some of the things that you're holding in need to be said to these people, so they either shut the fuck up you're not letting enough of that out, or you're not letting enough of what you feel from your heart out. You're holding it all in. Now, jumping into this confidence is your key to success with the new moon in Leo. This card is really telling me that there is a rebirth. There's a fresh start, okay? There's fresh starting energy, and that is generally the case with our new moon cards. So you are facing a time of some fresh starts, okay? Now, this full moon can mean that there's a climax within a situation. So I feel like since you're seeing this reading, you're going to go and you are actually going to apply these final steps that are coming in from your higher self, because it will really help you in this situation that's showing up in your energy right now. So there's going to be an energetic boost coming in, and it's going to be regarding creativity, self-worth and courage. So I actively see that this is quite a big moving energy for you. Once you start to let out more of your authentic self, you're going to feel more energy coming in, because you're not going to be holding so much stuff inside, and you're actually going to be creating more more space within you, so that you can allow in new vibrant energy that really wants to come in and fill you up and take you to whole new places. You know what I mean? Wants to take you out of your comfort zone. Yeah. This is all about being bold, being brave, and really showing off your best self, showing off your authentic self. It's going to create an evolution within you, okay? This energy, when you step into this confidence of self and with confidence of who you are, you actually inspire others to chase after that happiness yourself. Okay, you become an inspirational person by stepping into this energy yourself, okay? Really be proud of who you are and what you have to offer, because I feel like you're hiding something. You're hiding yourself, and it's like you're too amazing to be hiding. So stop. Stop it now. Virgo is the stage, is the following new moon that actually comes after Leo. So I do feel like there is this evolution of energy. You will be this will be the first step for you. Really get in contact and find your confidence, because your higher self is like, there's an abundance of it in here. There's an abundance of potential in here. Just you have to let it out. Okay. Now with this, a time to give rather than take. This is saying that you will be receiving the very practical energy that you're needing to move forward through this stage. Your higher self is literally delivering to you the extra energy so that you can really move through this blockage. Your higher self is saying with this card, put a little bit more focus on the smaller details of life. When you start focusing and showing gratitude of all those really small factors of life, you allow in so much more beauty, You allow in more of the same, and you actually open up avenues for miracles to enter into your life. There's going to be some things that do need some tweaking in order to improve that bigger picture that you have for yourself, okay? Simplify things, get organized, simplify things rather than looking into them like big, I'm feeling this and it's so overwhelming. Like, simplify it. Just simplify it. Actually detach from the emotion of it for while you're doing this work as well. Detach from the emotion. Look at it as if you're analyzing a close friend of yours. There's this feeling of being too critical and analyzing things far too deeply. And this, I mean, it can be good, but use that energy, use that way of looking at things rather than to analyze or to critique or to be judgmental of. Use that to notice amazing new little things around you and give gratitude for them that way. All right, step out of your comfort zone. This is all about a karmic point, okay, that shows what you need to do and where you need to go in life to find that satisfaction, to find that fulfillment, to find that happiness, because this, again, is very much lacking, all right? And this is connected with, this has come out over the sun card in reverse, and I do feel like your higher self is saying that this is really important with this card, okay? You're not feeling the happiest you could be, and it's because you're not getting out of your comfort zone. Your higher self is saying, leave the past behind you, please. Leave it. Because you're headed in the right direction. You have everything within you that wants to go in this right direction, but you have to get out of your own way. And you have to kind of really connect in with going a little wild, is what I'm feeling. All right? This is all about living your life's purpose. Dare to do something different. Dare to take some action. Dare to really dive into something. Dare to completely change your life overnight. Why not? If it feels right and it makes sense to you, not sense to anyone else, as if it makes sense to you, then who cares about what anyone else has to say about it? This is all about finally taking a leap, because you'll come to ask yourself, why didn't I do this sooner? And again, this over the Fool is all about taking a leap of faith, jumping into a new risk. And it's come out over the Fool for a reason. It's pushing you and backing up that this jump, this leap of faith that you're wanting to take is going to take you somewhere so amazing, so fulfilling, that this is never going to pop up for you again. I'm so stoked for you. That's really dope. That's a dope message. Okay, and lastly, our last card for today, hold your vision with the fixed moon. So the fixed moon refers to all the fixed signs, which are Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. And all these signs can actually be quite stubborn. So I do feel like this is really introducing a bit of stubborn energy to this reading, and your higher self is nodding. Agreeing. So I do feel like there is this stubborn energy that's not wanting to go here. There's this stubborn energy about you that's like, nah, too hard basket, don't want to do it, don't want to go there, don't make me do it. So there's sort of this card can suggest that there's two possibilities happening within this situation, and it's either you standing firm or that something is stuck. Now, based on everything that I've just said with the tarot, you're getting a little bit stuck on this, okay? So really, your higher self is saying, ponder what you can do to get things moving. Just even ponder them, contemplate them, write a few down, cross out the ones you hate, circle the ones you love, okay? Use self-reflection to decide what's actually happening. Look to the past, don't relive the past, don't get stuck in the past, but look to the past to find the lessons that will help you to move forward. Self-reflection is going to be really important right now, okay? And also your higher self is like, have faith in yourself, because you will do this and you will get through this, and some great things are coming for you. But apply patience to the situation, apply patience to the steps as well. Now that is actually all that I have for you today, my pile ones. I hope you enjoyed this. I just like saying part ones. If you did enjoy this reading, I really hope you did, then please leave this video a like because it does help me out a bunch. All my links are listed in the description box below with all decks, music and equipment that has been used in today's video. Now, if you feel like sharing in the comments a little bit of how this situation relates to you, I would love that. I love hearing about how this energy can relate. You know what I'm going to choose? I'm actually going to choose a little dog. Leave a little dog emoji down in the comments. What you write might actually help some other people. Okay, so yes, if you feel called to leave a tip to honor this energetic transfer, my PayPal is linked below. This is not necessary, but please know that it is always received with love and appreciation. I love you so much. And let me close out this reading by thanking my spirit guides, your spirit guides, the moon, our mother, the sun, our father, the earth, fire, wind and water from the north, south, east and west for all that has been, all that is and all that will be. Goodbye, my lovelies. Have fun. Good luck. You'll be amazing. Hello, my pile twos. If you selected pile 2, then this is your reading. Or if you selected this fortune card, this badass queen with all that money, yeah, you picked this pile. So I'm going to leave this card just up here. All right. And then we'll get stuck into the reading. So we're going to start with tarot cards. Alrighty. So first up, we've got the 9 of Swords. We've got the Moon. We've got the King of Swords. 2 of Swords. And the reverse 4 of Coins. Wow. A lot of sword energy here. Like a lot. So I can see straight off the bat that there's a lot going on in your mind. A lot that's going on in your mind. And your higher self is wanting you to become a little bit more aware of what's going on in your mind. Because there's a lot of factors. All right. With the 9 of Swords here, all right, the 9 of Swords is all about anxiety, sleepless nights, like worry as well, worry on the mental side of things, okay? There's some element of isolation, so maybe that is coming in from COVID, restrictions, lockdowns, all that kind of thing, and actually some depression. So if this is resonating with you, please know that I'm sending you lots of love because, yeah, I mean, that's a tough space to be in. I have actually been there myself. But let's continue on. All right, let's see what else I can get. Your higher self is saying that this is a stage of life that you're going through, that we can all go through, all right, many times at different stages, okay? And maybe you are someone that has been through this stage a little bit throughout your past. Your higher self is wanting to say that worrying can ruin the present, okay? Really worrying about things, little things or things that in the really big picture of life don't always matter. But at the same time, a bit of a change of perception or a change of mindset can always help to become a little less worried, a little less worrisome about things. You know what I mean? Your mental state may be a little unbalanced, which is causing potentially some unhealthy influences in your life. It takes about 17 seconds to change your thought pattern. 17 seconds. So if you do increments of 17 seconds, one after the other. So essentially, if you want to think about it, if you spend about 3 minutes writing down things that you're grateful for or things that you love or things that you appreciate in your life, that actually is what can change you actually start to attract in a thought pattern that mimics the one that you're thinking about. So if you are thinking, have you ever experienced, okay, this also just came in, have you ever experienced negative thoughts, right? So you might think, oh, that person is just like so mean to me, or really rude, they hurt my feelings, why am I friends with them? And then before you know it, your mind is carried away into playing out or thinking out how you're going to tell them how much you hate them and tell them how you're going to hurt them and things like that. It's just an example, but have you noticed that when you have that thought pattern, the more and more that you think about this negative, it attracts more thoughts like it. So before you know it, about that certain situation, yeah, it's gotten pretty negative, but then you start attracting negative thoughts about other things. So before you know it, you're seeing everything as just like this big hole that you're sitting in that you hate. Nine of Swords is very much lack mentality as well. So it can absolutely be changed. You are not stuck, I promise, and you can absolutely work through this. It's not a dead end for you. Okay, there are options. There are things around you. There's love. There's support. Reach out to your guides. Reach out to your angels. You will be fine. I promise. I promise. Your higher self is saying with the Moon card here that it's really time to trust your own values and your own intuition. Okay, because your intuition is where you can find the inspiration and the guidance forward out of the place that you are in. Be on the lookout for any kind of deceptions within the self. Okay, I'm really feeling like look out for the deceptions that are showing up in your mind, the illusions, the fears, the problems. Okay, really even write them down. And once you've written them as they pop up, look at them and look at the opposite of them. Look at them as the positive side and then write that negative thing in the positive side. Okay? Write the positive aspect of it or convert it to the positive is what I'm trying to say. And write that down and then read that. I'm hearing like 10 times. As long as it's over that 17 seconds mark, you can actually start to change these thought patterns. Your higher self is trying to guide you out of this energy. Your higher self is trying to pull you out of this energy because it knows what you're doing to yourself and it knows that you deserve a lot better. You deserve love, support, kindness, all this amazing stuff. And it wants to show you how to get there. You need to kind of trust in what is being shown to you at this time. There's something going on in your subconscious, and I really feel like this is just feeding into the fact that you have limiting beliefs. Your subconscious mind is where the creature is, okay? This lagoon guy, this little like lobster dude, is representative of the ego. So I feel like you're having an overactive ego at this time, and your ego is fearing everything, worrying about everything because it's trying to control the situation that you are in, and it's causing this. It's more about catching out your thought patterns as they get carried away. If you even just start to catch it out a couple of times a day, you're going to notice this energy every single day start to dissipate. All right, so the King of Swords here. So the Kings are all about a master level of the outer world, which is the opposite and equal to Queens. This energy, your higher self is saying you are going to be stepping into this energy. Okay, the more that you can start to look at your mind and see that the things that are popping up in your mind are actually just from lack, they're from your subconscious mind. What I just heard was if you use some subconscious reprogramming, okay, at this time, you are going to fully step into this King of Swords energy, okay? There's something that's stuck and there's a limiting aspect to how you see the world that is stuck within your subconscious mind. So if you look on YouTube, there's heaps of reprogramming the subconscious mind meditations that you can actually just play while you sleep. They feed into your subconscious mind. Do it for about 30 to 60 nights. I know it sounds like a lot, but once you hit that, you'll start to see changes in the self. I promise you, I've done this. It works. If you grew up and didn't have a lot of support, guidance, love, life skills that you kind of need to be a functioning human. If you're someone that kind of missed out on this, then this reprogramming is essentially like reparenting yourself. It's giving you the things that you didn't have as a child that you can now fully acquire and you can feed it into your subconscious. It's literally just to change the programming. You've conditioned the subconscious mind to be a certain way. Sorry, you haven't. Your environment as a child did. So what I really feel is you sort these out. You're stepping into this full-on King of Swords energy, okay? And this energy is all about intentional behavior and really intellectual and analytical thought processes. This energy in the King of Swords is all about being forceful, but forceful in the sense of passionate, or forceful in the sense of decisiveness, and fairly blunt. But that's just honestly connected to being completely honest. And your higher self knows that you can be this person. Your higher self is saying you're going to be stepping into this person that's good with your words, good with your thoughts, and you're able to match your actions with your intentions. And that's what's really been lacking. Okay, there's been a bit of talk, a bit of thought, but no action or follow through. And this is where you've got to really be careful, in my opinion, because if your thought patterns, what you say, is not what you do, there's a big missing chapter here, okay, is what I'm hearing. It's like you become someone that can't be trusted by your word. And that's not someone that you want to be. You want to be someone that is looked up to with honoring your word, just like a king would, you know. If you're not being honest with yourself and you're not saying to yourself, you know what, I told this person I'm going to do this thing and then I never did it, or I never followed through. If that's something that you do quite regularly, stop it, because people are going to drift from you. I'm feeling a bit of urgency here. Your higher self is like, stop it, because you are going to lose some people if you keep up with this. Or you're just going to lose some things that you love and you adore, and you don't want to lose them. Okay, you want to be someone that really sticks to your word. And if you can't stick to it, don't say it. Yeah, your higher self has definitely got that forceful thing going on. With the Two of Swords energy here, okay, so for me, Two of Swords is a little bit of confusion, okay? And I feel like there's confusion here because you're not really sure how to move forward. So I really hope that this reading is something that can be really helpful to you. I hope that there has been some suggestions that have really helped you out, but you may be feeling a little torn as well between two options, or balancing two different forces in your life. Okay, and I really do feel like the two forces are this negative, lack, worry, with this King of Swords, dope, badass energy that's wanting to come in. There's two parts of it here, okay? So a decision really needs to be made. Know that you'll make the right one is what I'm hearing. Your higher self is like, you're going to make the right one, so really don't worry about it. Please don't add this on the list of your worries. You're going to make the right choice. You're going to apply the right techniques. You're going to instill the right changes to help you move forward in the direction that you wish to move forward in. Really rely on your intuition to help you, because again, this is the Two of Swords. So the two is connected with the High Priestess, and the High Priestess is all about beyond the veil, intuition, spirit. Essentially, she's the guardian of all that is not known, or all that is hidden, the guardian of the mystic world, essentially. So this is really linked to that. So if you can connect in with your intuition, I heard meditation just then, so apply a little bit more meditation to your schedule. I feel like there is none in this schedule. Whoever this is, go meditate, please. Right now. No, after the video. You will feel relief once a decision is made. Okay, so I don't know if this is a decision that needs to be made about your inner state, or this might be coming from an outer circumstance that you're really needing to make a call on. Just make the damn decision is what I'm hearing. Just choose the damn thing, because you know which one you're going to choose deep down. You deep down know which one you're going to choose. So don't allow in the confusion, because the confusion's just clouding you from making this choice. Just do it. From this Four of Coins in reverse, I'm feeling a lack of balance in your financial world. I'm feeling that there is, balance missing from this space, okay? So There's almost like a love of money. There's a love of money here that has turned a little bit to greed, is what I'm sensing. Your higher self is saying that, yes, it's so good to love money, appreciate money, but you're now starting to, this lack mentality is causing you to become a little greedy and kind of take rather than share, generosity rather than know that there's plenty for everyone, including yourself. Because the more that, if you can get rid of this lack and move into more appreciation of money and more of a abundance mindset, this element will disappear straight away. And all of this will kind of correct itself, really. This lack mentality straight up is what's causing all of these ripples in your life, all these preventions, all these anxieties, all these worries, confusion, greed. I don't want you to feel any shame. I just felt someone feel really shameful about this. But it's like, don't feel shame, because this is all here. Your higher self is now communicating it to you. So once you start to apply the right techniques and the techniques that work well for you and that fit well and that feel right for you, this will all be ironed out, worked out really soon, okay? There's an element here of neglecting loved ones, okay? So your higher self is sort of saying you're so focused on mentality and you're so focused on how you think you should appear. You're so focused on money coming in, needing money, holding on to money, that your relationships are lacking in a sense. Again, this lack is just creating all these ripples. This lack of security in yourself, this lack of trust in yourself, this lack of feeling strong and confident is causing all of this. So you really need to go within to change your outside circumstances. Perhaps you're working long hours because you feel like if I work long hours, then I'll have more money. My family will just have to deal with it. My loved ones will have to deal with it. Friends, they'll just have to deal with it. Really, really check in. Your higher self is asking you to really check in and ask, do you really need to work this much? Work smart. Work smart, not hard. You know what I mean? I want to jump into your other cards, okay? Because we're building up a pretty good message here. So first up, we've got Gabriel, Archangel Gabriel, benediction. And we've got Michael, Archangel Michael, with patience. All right, so Archangel Gabriel is the divine messenger. He's here to strengthen your intuition and he's here to strengthen your emotions, because there are literally no cup cards here. So I feel like you aren't very in touch with your emotions. He also delivers the ability to communicate clearly. He helps that to come out of yourself. He's connected with the color blue, which is all to do with the throat chakra. Benediction means divine blessings, okay? So this card basically confirms that there are some fears present. Your higher self knows it. This wanted to come out over the Nine of Swords because it's really pointing to that fear is causing this lack mentality, okay? And you really should kind of get that worked out. Work it out for yourself, hun, because it's just like trapping you from, it's preventing you from receiving these divine blessings. Your higher self is like, there's angels, there's me, there's spirit. We're all trying to deliver to you blessings, but you keep focusing on all the terrible parts of life. You're focusing on all the things that cause fear, and you're just inviting in more of that. We know that's not what you want, but we can't seem to get the blessings to you because you're looking in the wrong place. Total 4 of Cups energy. You know, if you're someone that reads tarot, total 4 cups of energy. Or even 5 of Cups. Yeah, that kind of energy. Fear leads us to be unaware. So I do feel like there is this complete unawareness within your consciousness. You're not actually physically aware of what you're doing or what your mind is doing. Ask spirit to help you let go of the fear. Simply put out those questions or put out that asking stage to your spirit team. Trust that they'll deliver it and just let it go, because fear blocks your ability to see the blessings that are being delivered or the blessings that are around you. You feel like you're blocked or you don't ever receive blessings, but it's because you're just not looking for them. Now, Archangel Michael is known as the cosmic leader. I feel like he's been in quite a few readings lately. Love that. But yeah, he's the cosmic leader, okay? And he's all about, like, he essentially is the ultimate protector, okay? He helps you let go of toxicity. He helps you when you're feeling drained, feeling exhausted, feeling overwhelmed, okay? So I really feel like this confusion or this needing to make a choice is causing some overwhelmed feelings coming out within your life, okay? Feeling exhausted as well, because you'll probably be overworking because you think you need to work so hard to make any kind of money. So he's really coming out over this card for a reason, and he's basically going to help you. Okay, he's going to help you find the protection. He's going to help you feel protected, because Archangel Michael is all about protecting you spiritually, protecting you through your career, through your relationships, and big time through your thinking, okay? He's saying, and your higher self is backing him up kind of thing, with saying that you do need a bit more patience in your mental space. You need to create a bit of space in your mentality. This patience card is all about stopping. There's a sense of rushing to create, or rushing to do, or rushing to work, rushing to get more. And your higher self is like, just stop. Like, you don't need to be doing this. You need to be focusing on working to allow in, not working to chase after. Patience is necessary in the manifestation process because you're working with divine timing. Things literally will not come in for you if they're not the right time. Your divine will deliver them to you when it's the right time. You can't force it. And when you force it and jump ahead, that's when things just won't work out, because you're not in the natural state. You're not in the natural flow of you or the energy around you. Let go of the instant gratification. Let go of the spending every 2 minutes. Let go of feeling the need to be satisfied now. Adopt a more long-term view, because you're creating this sense of greed within yourself because you're needing more constantly. And it's like you actually don't need more. You don't. You actually just need a bit of patience. Okay, this card depicts the 3 pyramids of Giza. It took, I think, 23 years to build, or 31, 32, something like that. 20 to 30 years they took to build. Literally, like a grown adult, it took their whole life to build. And these stood from 4,500 years ago. So do you want to spend a lot of time on something? I mean, make sure it's something that you love, but do you want do you want to build something really quick and not have it last very long? Or do you want to put in the steps that you need to take your time and really hone into it and have it last for generations, is what I just heard. That's what you need to decide now, because the instant gratification is leading to things that are started, yes, but not maintained. Next up, we have some Moonology cards here, okay? And these are my new deck. I love them so much. So let's get into these. So next up, we have full moon in Aries. A fiery climax approaches. Love that. Then we've got full moon in Gemini with the answers you need are coming. Yay for you. Then we've got new moon in Libra with a new romantic cycle begins. Okay. And lastly, we've got full moon eclipse. Conclusions are within reach. All right. A lot of full moon energy here. Full moon in Aries, full moon in Gemini, full moon eclipse. Amazing. And then we've got one new moon. So there is a bit of new energy being injected into this at this stage, okay? So let's start here. So with the full moon eclipse, there is a door that's closing. A situation has reached its peak, essentially. And what you're now experiencing is what your soul signed up for, okay? And this is there because your soul wanted to learn this lesson. Your soul wanted to evolve through this lesson, and you'll always retain it within your soul, okay? So there's some kind of soul contract you made when you incarnated where you would learn this lesson, okay? You had to go down this path of negativity, lack, pain, suffering. You had to go down this journey so that you could get to this point of correcting the energy, okay? And that's why we never feel any shame about the greed that you might be having, the confusion because you have to make a choice but don't want to, because there's some deception within yourself, okay, that's leading you astray, this lack, hate, upset, worry mentality, okay? We don't feel any shame about it, okay? Because when you start to realize it, when you start to recognize it, you can actively start to change it, transmute it, and put it out as positivity, okay? So never feel any shame about this, but instead invite complete honesty in, because it will help you to move through this a lot faster. I feel like the door that you're closing is this negative lack mindset. With skills or with the things that you will be applying to your life, this door is going to close kind of like a bad dream. Really use forgiveness for yourself, forgiveness for how you've been, forgiveness for others in the past that have hurt you or that have led you to this stage, and it will help you to find more resolution. Forgiveness will really help to lighten the load. But yeah, essentially this is like huge changes. So I'm really feeling like a complete flip of energy. What you're dealing with that's hurting you now is you're not going to be dealing with it in the future moving forward. All right, with this full moon in Aries card here, your higher self is saying with this card that it's really important to be open to completely removing this influence of your ego. And look at that, it's literally come out over the moon. The moon, this lobster represents the ego. So the wolf is your higher self, right? So your higher self is here. You are the dog. You are the lower mind. So you're this lower mind that's just excitable, looking, fossicking for steps forward. And the wolf is wise. The wolf has lived. The wolf knows, okay? So the wolf is really guiding the dog. And the lobster is always present on the moon card because it is the ego. It's the creature from within. It's the creature that comes up and just drops some freaking negative shit, basically. Comes up with all the fear, anxiety, worry. It comes from the ego because the ego is trying to control you, protect you. It's coming from a good place, but the ego can just chill out for a bit. You know what I mean? So the fact that this full moon in Aries card comes over the moon is really pointing out to the fact that your ego is overworking. Your ego is far too strong. Drop it back. Sorry, my camera just cut out. So if it looks like it zoomed in or anything, I do apologize. But yeah, all right. So we're back on track, I think. As I was saying, the ego is far too in control here, okay? Your higher self is saying resist the urge to act recklessly at this time because you're prone to that energy at this point, in this mental kind of stage that you're in. It's this stage that you're in is actually preventing you from being a little more sensitive. You know, like the Aries sign, they can sometimes be very fiery. That Aries are part of the fire signs. So there is an element of you not being maybe as sensitive as you could be about a situation that you're facing. But you really need to step into having responsibility for this situation and having responsibility for your mental space. No one else is responsible for how you think. No one is responsible for changing the way you think. And no one is responsible for coming in and saving you from this situation. You've got to save yourself. You're not a victim. So really step into that fiery energy that is present for you. Okay. Now with this full moon in Gemini, the answers you need are coming. All right. This is all about literally answers coming in for you. I really feel like if you step into this responsibility of yourself, and if you step into acknowledging and being fully honest about where you're at and your mentality, this won't take very long. It'll just take a few conversations to really get you back on track to where you kind of want to go and not where you feel like you're stuck. Your higher self is saying words have enormous power, so be careful about how you use them. Be careful about what you send out, and be careful about what you say to yourself. Be more grounded. Be more grounded with your thoughts. This card is really confirming that there are two options before you. There are two potential decisions. There's two pathways. But just remember that with every step, every new situation that you face, every new choice that pops up for you, there's always two potentials. There's always two choices. Maybe even there's more than two. Now, with this last card that we have here, the new moon in Libra with a new romantic cycle begins. This is really saying to take some time to pause. Okay. Again, this is like stop. Remember I was saying just stop. This is backing that up. And the fact that it's come out over the Two of Swords, which is all about, is connected to the intuition, is connected to waiting, is connected to some elements are hidden. Some elements are hidden because they're coming. Answers you need are coming. So be patient, okay? Be patient and pause for a sec. Meditate. Chill out for a freaking second. This is all about relationships. So it could be romantic, it could be professional, it could be relationships with money, it could be relationships with society, it could be relationship with self, okay? I feel like this is saying that you are going to be stepping into a more loving and more nurturing energy for self. So I feel like you will start to be showing yourself a little bit more self-love, a little bit more patience for self, and a little bit more of that nurturing that you're actually really needing. Okay. Again, this card is, with the scales here, it's all about justice, the justice card in the tarot. And with that, it's like be incredibly honest with self. So again, we're getting this extra element of be honest with yourself. Don't follow your ego. Be honest. Follow your higher self. It's coming through to really try and guide you. Feel more, think less is what this card is all about. Your higher self is like, you're thinking way too much. Look at all these sword cards coming out. All right, my pile twos. Bit of a heavy reading today. I'm sorry I had to get real serious, I feel. I really hope that this was helpful. If you did enjoy this reading, then please leave this video a like because it does help me out a bunch. And what we're going to do, what we're going to do is leave a little crown emoji in the comments if this was your pile. And please fill me in on what this means to you, if it resonated. How you feel about it. All my links are listed in the description box below, along with all decks, music, and equipment that's used in today's video. So if you feel called to leave a tip to honor this energetic transfer, my PayPal is linked below. Now, this is not necessary, but please know that it is always received with love and appreciation. I love you so much, and let me close out this reading by thanking my spirit guides, your spirit guides, the moon, our mother, the sun, our father, the earth, fire, wind, and water, from the north, south, east, and west, for all that has been, all that is, and all that will be. Goodbye, my lovelies. Good luck, and I love you. Hello, my pile threes. So if you picked the letter card, this will be your reading. So I am just going to leave this up here during the reading. And let's get stuck into it. So we are going to be starting with tarot cards today, okay? Now, first up, we've got the High Priestess. We've got the Six of Cups. We've got the Two of Wands. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. And we've got the Ten of Coins. Ooh, hello. The High Priestess is all about moving into a deeper understanding of the inner world and your intuition. So I really feel like an intuitive sense of yourself is really coming forward. Okay, I feel like you are connecting in. Maybe you've been meditating a bit. Maybe you've been really working on yourself and really building a relationship with your intuition. And if that's the case, amazing. So happy for you. That's really good. You will start to see elements of this in your life improving. I can see with the High Priestess that maybe you are someone that does get some deep sense of knowing about some things you're just so sure about. Some outcomes, some things that happen in your life, you're just so sure when they come through, or you know that they're coming, and you are often right. And if that's the case, then you do have some clairsentience, I believe. Oh, no. Claircognizance. That is clear knowing, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like there's something in your past, okay? From the Six of Cups, there's something in your past that is being hidden from you, or you are hiding something from yourself that is within your past that you kind of need to look back on. And maybe you've been getting an intuitive sense or an intuitive hit recently about actually diving into some shadow work or past traumas, childhood traumas. Please know that if you do decide to go ahead with this, it will unleash some absolutely beautiful miracles in the future for yourself, but also it's just going to give you some deeper understandings, some deeper knowings of the self. I feel like you are actually going to be setting out on a journey to learn more about yourself. Your higher self feels like your higher self is saying that this journey is coming before you, and something's going to happen in your life that is going to put you into this journey of learning exactly who you are, where you've come from, what lessons you are here to learn. So I'm even feeling a bit of divine purpose coming through. There's a real connection to spirit. So maybe you'll be connecting deeper in with your spirit guides. Maybe you'll be learning more about this entity that is spirit. Maybe you'll be learning more about source. Okay, there's some kind of something coming forward that has been hidden from you in the past. Yeah, I really feel like a journey back into your childhood is coming forward, especially with the Two of Wands present here. There is this sort of, okay, where do I go now? And you haven't really explored the past yet, but your intuitive sense is really going to be leading you there soon, if it has not already. Nurture your inner child. Okay, perhaps some healing of the past is needed here. I'm really feeling like, even though you might have felt like you had a happy childhood, but actually looking back in there, you might find some things that you have just held on to since childhood, that once you kind of let go of them, accept them, forgive them. Forgiveness is a big one. Maybe forgiving others that were present in your childhood will be really beneficial for setting you up in moving forward along a new journey. Your higher self will protect you. It will be a guided journey, but it will be divinely guided. But essentially, there is two paths that are coming for you now. There's two potential paths of moving forward, and I do feel like one of them is this revisiting of the past and connecting with intuition that will lead you on to this energy coming in. Your higher self is saying with this Wheel of Fortune card here that some things will always be outside of your control. Really let go of what you can't control and focus on the things that you can, okay? So essentially, take this element with you when you revisit your past or start looking back into your past, because all that was present in your past was there for a reason, to shape you into the person that you are today. And without all of that, you wouldn't be the person that you are. Who you decide to travel on as is up to you. That's what you can control. You can control the present moment. You can control who you are in the present moment. All you have to do is start pondering who you want to be and where you want to go. But this is also saying that a new cycle is beginning. I feel like there's this acceptance of the past, or there will be this acceptance of what has happened in the past. Forgiveness, your intuition is guiding you there. And it's going to set you up on some new journeys. okay? And the Wheel of Fortune is here to say that things are changing for the better. Your higher self is like, do not stress. Things are changing in your favor, okay? Connect in more with your intuition, make peace with the past, and focus on the best parts of the past. You can look back in the past in two ways. You can look at it negatively, or you can look at it like it was there to shape who you are. That's what I'm getting from the Two of Wands. There's two views that you can look back into the past as. A new cycle is beginning that is leading to some amazing wealth. Can I just say, love that for you. But a new cycle begins, right? And where things are just working out for you, where things are just changing for the better. Your higher self is saying the universe is working with you to get your desired outcome, which is so amazing. So amazing. You're moving into a phase where you'll start to actually look back at your history or your past, and you will see happiness there. This could be energy that you're really moving into. I feel like this is important to do, because you're really moving on from the Six of Cups, okay, into this energy. You're really moving on from a past that maybe hurt you, and you're moving into more peace with that past, and you're doing it with your intuitive sense. You're actually looking back and re-looking at things in a different manner. Sorry to keep going over that. I'm just trying to piece this energy together because it's a little bit different. It's just different energy that I've got to try and tune into. So bear with me. But back to this 10 of Pentacles card. This is basically saying that with the path that you are on now, you are lining up, a financially secure life, materially secure life, emotionally secure life. Happy family can be a sign of money coming in, unexpected money. But this is real. This is huge money. This is like unexpected, massive money. Your higher self is really saying that a solid future with a happy and safe, secure family, in whatever way that you define that, is yours. So really get clear on your values moving forward. You've got time to do this. It's not rushed. Don't feel like you need a rush. But yeah, really work out your values. Work out what your happy future, your incredibly secure, abundant future looks like, so that you can actively manifest it, because you are quite the manifester. You've got a lot of divine energy on your side, and what you set out to do, you achieve. Now, with that said, I want to jump into the other cards that I have for you. You actually got the most Angels of Atlantis cards here out of all the piles, so I am just going to jump into them. So first up, we have Cleansing. And that is from Archangel Raphael. We've got Planetary Cycles. And that's from Sandalphon. And we've got Zafkiel, Romance. Archangel Raphael is known as the Holy Healer. So yeah, I really feel like because it wanted to come out over the Six of Cups here, there is a lot of healing going on in your past. This is, as you can see, there's fire. There's fire and water present on this card, okay? And those are the two main ways, especially in nature, that things can be cleansed. So anything negative within or without can be cleansed with fire or water. So having a bath, an intentional bath to cleanse and neutralize. Visualizing or writing things down to then burn is another great way to cleanse. There is some things that you could do, maybe some extra healing that you could do on the past that involves really writing it down on little bits of paper. Writing down the things that are really still hindering you from the past, and burn them safely, obviously. Have some water present in case, whatever might happen. Just have some water present. Doing this real cleansing of whatever's left in your past that's causing you some headaches will really transmute the energy into more positivity for you moving forward. All right, Sandalphon with planetary cycles. Sandalphon is known as the sacred guardian. As you can see with all the planets, it's highlighting that the planets do move in their own cycles. Okay, each planet has its own cycle. Everything essentially has its own cycle that it moves to. It moves to its own season. And your higher self is bringing this card out to be like, you need to start honing into your own personal cycles, your own personal authentic cycles, and really adapt your schedule, your routine to your cycles, to how you move, because this will just be an added way to help you move forward. Okay, so Zafkiel here, all about passion and ecstasy. He helps to enhance sexuality, self-expression. Okay, so I really feel like these elements are becoming really present for you now. And he's all about honoring sexual desires. Just exploring that sexual side of yourself without any shame or regret or limiting yourself in that sort of element of yourself. Find the love, okay, of something so that you can invite in more money, or rethink your relationship to money, because it's sort of causing a little, there's something in your energy that's causing you to desire it rather than know that plenty is there for you. I feel like this energy I need a little bit more info on, so I've got some moon cards here, so we are just going to jump into them to see if I can see any more messages where this energy can maybe be placed, okay? So first up, we've got the full moon with surrender to the divine. Next up, we've got look at the bigger picture with the full moon in Sagittarius. And lastly, we've got a win-win outcome is forecast with the full moon in Libra. Look at that. Oh my God. Okay, so you've got full moon, the full moon phase. You've got the full moon again in Sagittarius and the full moon again in Libra. So this is like a really climactic stage that you are in, okay? This is like the energy that is around you is at its peak. There's some kind of peak coming, which is so exciting. So with this surrender to the divine card, the full moon card, this is basically saying that you are at a point of conclusion. There's like this point, this peak, or there's a turning point. There's some kind of change that's coming in for you. There's a turning point from how you viewed your past, or there's a turning point of understanding something from the past. Even if you maybe are looking back on it differently, there's still an element that needs to be forgiven. There's still an element that needs to be released, and it's causing still a little bit of negativity. Now, this reading is overall incredibly positive and incredibly great, honestly, but there is still something in your past that's causing a little bit of a tug back, is what I'm feeling. With this full moon in Sagittarius card, your higher self is asking you to really reflect on what was planted 6 months ago is really coming to fruition for you now. The fact that it's come out over these two of wands is really telling me that something is coming to fruition. You have reached a point of achievement, but now it's time to really start to think about where you want to go next. Your higher self is saying, take a few risks, go on an uncertain journey. Now, moving into this full moon in Libra, a win-win outcome is forecast. Love that for you. There's more harmony that will be coming into your life from this situation, and you're actually going to be finding someone really amazing, or a new business partner, a new place of work. It's going to be really beautiful, really beneficial for you to just step into this energy and allow it to unfold for you, okay? So with that, my beautiful pile threes, that is all that I have for you. I hope it was helpful. I still hope it resonated for you on some levels. If it did resonate for you, okay, what are we going to choose? What are we going to choose? I'm going to choose this little gem. You know that gem emoji? I'll put it right here for you. Where is it? Right here somewhere. Leave a little gem emoji down below in the comments how this resonated for you, what resonated, and how this sort of applies to your own life. If you enjoyed this reading today, then please leave this video a like, because it does help me out a bunch. All my links are listed below in the description box, along with all decks, music, and equipment that has been used in today's video. If you feel called to leave a tip to honor this energetic transfer, my PayPal is linked below. This isn't necessary, but please know that it is always received with love and appreciation. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. And please let me close out this reading by thanking my spirit guides, your spirit guides, the moon, our mother, the sun, our father, the earth, fire, wind, and water, from the north, south, east, and west, for all that has been, all that is, and all that will be. Love you guys. Bye, 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 bye.